Hey guys, and welcome back to MerkyCloudcast episode 10. We finally hit double digits. I feel so old already. Once again, I'm joined by my bro and co-host Merk NMX. Say hi, Merk.
How's it going? How's it
I'm
going,
doing
Ev?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Also joining us this week is a very special guest. It's Mr. Snowdriven himself. Say hello, Snow.
What's going on, you guys?
Most of you guys will probably know Snow from the Minecraft community, one of the older guys like me, hanging out, chilling, and he is joining us on today's podcast. So, as usual, it's quick to start it off with the games we've been playing this week. Seeing as Snow is our newcomer, you can tell us, Snow, what you've been playing.
Well, like always, Minecraft, of course, and then a little bit of GTA 5. I've started dibbling in, so kind of getting used to the game and figuring out the new stuff that they've added because it's pretty much a big jump from the last update. That I played. I think I skipped 4 and was just straight San Andreas to 5. So yeah, it's a bit different now.
Yeah, it is quite a bit
But
different. I enjoy GTA. It's not too bad. It's haven't played it in a while, but yeah, I can see. Anything else?
that's about it for me on the gaming plate.
Ah, busy week then. Minecraft, building new maps, I assume.
Oh, always.
Ah, good to hear. And Merc, yourself, what have you been playing?
I've been doing a lot of GTA 5 Next Gen lately. I've been doing a lot of missions with some buddies online and Kyle as well. Been doing some missions on there and just online in general. Driving around in a car with like 6 people and killing random people, which is that's always fun. That's always fun. I don't know if you guys ever do that, but I find it amusing.
I'd just like to know how you fit 6 people in the car. It's only 5 seats.
There's like this like army truck thing, and you can take like I think it's like 7, 8 people in it at once.
Nah,
But
okay, just checking, just checking.
it's fun. It's fun.
And mine, you haven't been playing Minecraft. I find that hard to believe. I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I have been playing
Yeah,
Minecraft
I
as
saw
well.
your trolling video. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun to do. I
Yeah,
enjoyed doing
I,
that.
I'm not gonna lie. I've already used it like 3 or 4 times on people, and they have no clue what it is. So when they flipped
Yeah, a
it,
lot of
they
people are
you just hear them
confused.
kind of rage out, and then they just cut. It's gone. I was like, that's amazing.
It's so wrong, but it feels so right, doesn't it?
It's fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's cool to know that there's something so small and simple that would just completely destroy someone's game. It's fun.
Yeah, what I look at it is I think it's quite funny the way Merc you did it. You put it there and you made them pull it. If someone's dumb enough to pull something they don't know what it does, then that's their own problem. But someone just going into a world and pulling the lever themselves, that's a bit harsh. So you know what? Good on you. Good on you. Well, I guess that leaves me. I've actually been playing quite a few games this week. I should be working and stuff, but yeah, don't worry about that. So I started playing Telltale Game series. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Any ideas?
Mm-mm. No clue.
No? Merc, any ideas what Telltale Games is?
That's the one that make they're like a game developers, aren't they? They create. I know that they're working on a Minecraft thing going on there, but they've done what games have they done? I've seen some before. I just don't remember the name. Uh,
Yeah, they do those like I don't want to call them point and click adventures, but that's pretty much what they are. It's like it's based on a story. There's The Walking Dead, Borderlands, and what's the latest one? Game of Thrones, and it's pretty much like a story, and you just make choices throughout the thing, and your choices influence the game heavily and the outcomes. And when I first got them, they were like £3, so like $5 or something, and I was like, well, it's $5. I'll try, give it a go, and they were actually really, really good. It seems stupid because you don't really actually play the game, but you get really intense into it, and it's all like reaction based. So like your decisions, you only have like 5 seconds to make a decision, and it's like saving different people in The Walking Dead and all kinds of stuff like that. And it's ridiculous. Like, oh, I'm addicted. I keep playing it all
that's
the
for
time.
like the Walking Dead, like on the phone and all that, right? Like it's like it kind of has like a Borderlands type of look to it, like
Yeah, yeah,
that
that's the one.
animation.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
one.
yeah. I knew that was one of the ones that were made by Telltale Games.
Yeah,
I figured.
and then
Might have to check that out.
yeah, you should. You really should. Like, it's pretty impressive, and it's cheap. So you get one because they release them in like episodes. So there's five episodes per thing, and you can get all five for I think it's £15 or £12. You get some kind of saving. It's like buy four get one free, or you can just buy one at a time, and you still get it like an hour gameplay out of one episode, so it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile checking out.
I definitely have to look that up.
Yeah, you should. And then I've been playing some indies. I know I always say I hate indie games and stuff because they look cheap and stuff, but damn, I've been getting into it. I've been playing Don't Starve, which is
Oh, that game's fun.
yeah, it's so good. It's the only thing I can compare it to is kind of like Minecraft, but
Minecraft, yeah, Minecraft.
not really because there's like monster. Well, I guess there's monsters in Minecraft too, but it's just a crazy game. You
It's
start
actually
going
kind of
crazy.
scary too,
Yeah, it is
honestly.
really scary. Like I was like, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And then I started getting freaked out. But it's cool.
Like when the night comes, it's always
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
crazy.
It's
It's a
always
fun
the
game
night.
though. I enjoy it. I think the
Yeah.
only thing that they need to add to it that would make it like really superior and fun, they've already had this on PC, is multiplayer. Once
Oh
they get
yeah.
multiplayer, and that'd be really fun to play and do let's plays on that. We got to do that sometime. That sounds really fun.
Yeah,
But yeah,
hopefully, I'm sure they'll bring it across. The multiplayer's on beta at the moment on the PC, so once it's sorted on that, they'll probably move across to the PS4. So that's cool. Then I played, obviously, The Binding of Isaac. I always play at least once a week. And FIFA. Of course, I've been playing some FIFA. I rage so much at FIFA. I don't know why. It's such an annoying game, but I do.
FIFA's I don't like soccer games or sport games. I don't know. I've never found them that entertaining.
Nah, they're good to
That
burn
makes
time.
two then.
You just earlier before we started recording said you loved hockey, but you don't like hockey on the PS4?
I will not play it. No, 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 no. Strictly RPG based story played action games. I play it. Nothing sport related or race car games. Nothing like that.
Well, I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't like race car games either. Those games below.
I love RPG games, but I don't know. Sports games are just good to burn time. If I'm not really in the mood to get into a heavy RPG, it's just like, well, let's go kick a ball around for a bit. Keeps me entertained. Maybe that's just me.
And I think that's why I like games so much because there's such a wide range of diversity for everybody. It's not just a simple okay, you can only play these kind of games. Like there's so many games out there today that it's crazy. I buy games for my son and it's like they didn't have nothing like that when I was a kid. I had to play basic,
Tetris.
Shufflecock or Tetris or Dr. Mario or these things.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
they were good games at the time, but for
yeah.
what
You
he
can't
has
compare it.
now, his interaction levels. I think I just bought him. What is it? The new Disney
Infinity. That one.
Xfinity? Yes,
Oh
I
yeah.
got him that, and I catch myself playing more of it than he does.
That's I don't know if I should be worried about you or just let it go. Who knows?
No, let that go. Just let that.
Let it go. So there we go. That's what we've been playing this week. We've added some new sections into the podcast for these coming episodes, and the first one would be new releases. But unfortunately, this past week, it's the beginning of the year, and no one seems to release games because the biggest games release period is November and December. And they decided that, January, let's take a break. So no games this week. There should be a couple coming out next week, so we'll hook you guys up over there. Then we've got some new trailers. I'm sure we've spoken about Dying Light a couple of times, Merc. I'm sure you remember.
Yeah. We spoke about that, like the
So,
zombie parkour game.
yeah, that one. So they've released a new trailer for that, and it features real-life parkour artists. I don't know if you've ever watched those guys. They're pretty cool. They jump the buildings and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've stuck a GoPro onto a guy's head and told him to run around, and they've had zombies chase him. Obviously, it's a parkour artists, and that's the trailer. It's really awesome. Like you should check it out. If I remember to link it, I will. You should check it out.
So it's like a live action trailer kind
Yeah,
of thing.
exactly. It's exactly what it is. So
It's
cool.
pretty cool. I like ones that they make like that. They make them look all like realistic and stuff. I think those ones are always fun.
Yeah, they did one with the Call of Duty trailer as well, which was kind of cool, but it was a bit weird. It had that guy from Friday Night Lights and some movie in it. The guy with the long hair. Can't remember his name right now. It will never come to me. Then I know a game you're probably excited about. I know Kyle's excited about it. H1Z1 or Z1, however you want to say it.
H1Z1 here.
Yeah, that's 12 minutes of gameplay at the CES 2015 game show. They've released a gameplay trailer, and it looks, I'm going to be honest, like Daisy. Just like Daisy.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's good. I love zombie games, so playing zombies, always good.
Yeah, zombie. I can
Definitely,
agree. Zombie games.
they just definitely take the highlight for video gaming. I think.
I think it's just at the moment, there's always there's always a trend, and at the moment, zombies is one of the biggest trends on the cinema as well as the gaming environment. Because I don't know, sometimes I like to think of it as people don't really like killing people as much as they like killing monsters and stuff, because it's just,
Dead things.
yeah, exactly. It's like, well, you can't really kill a dead thing, but yeah, you put it down, whatever.
Destroy it a little more.
You put it down.
Put it down, okay. Yeah, so it looks like an interesting game. I mean, if it's anything like DayZ, just a little cleaner and a complete game, then it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. Again, I'll hopefully link the trailers in, but you know me, I'm bad. What else is there? Then we got Life is Strange. I don't know much about it. I had a look at the trailer. It's very much like the Telltale games we're talking about. It's a point-and-click adventure, but it's made by Square Enix, the Final Fantasy game developers, and looks pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to it. You know, another one of these adventure games that you just heavily base on the story. So that should be cool. I don't know much about it, so that's about all I got for you.
Maybe looking into that one actually in the near future then.
Yeah,
That sounds right up my alley.
yeah, exactly. Life is Strange. Remember that.
All right. Yeah, I started off playing Final Fantasy VII on the PS1. I think that was my very first RPG, like in-depth get into game. And I would catch myself running home from school to go play the game every day. I'm like, I gotta go do this.
Yeah, you know, Cloud's a good character, man. Everyone loves Cloud.
Right. That's right. That's right. He is the main character.
Well,
Nice.
yeah, those are the trailers for this week. I'm sure there'll be a lot more next week, we hope. And let's jump straight into the news. As you know, it is technically the start of the month. We didn't have a podcast last week because we were taking a break, and I was a little bit tired and sleepy and, you know, that kind of stuff. Excuses. It's just excuses. Anyway, PlayStation Plus games for January. You know, those are the free games for any PlayStation Plus members. And if you have a PS4, you pretty much have PlayStation Plus. So the games are Infamous First Light, which looks freaking awesome. I've played it for about 5 minutes, and then I went back to my indie games. That's not because it's a bad game. I didn't feel like playing a fighting game, but it's good. It's not. I don't even know how to explain it. It is a full game in a way, but it's like a prequel, I think, to Infamous Second Son. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to play as a chick with pink superpowers and stuff. She looks pretty badass. I won't lie.
I won't lie.
Then the Swapper, which is a puzzle adventure game. I actually got that and played it also for about 10 minutes, and it's okay if you like puzzle games. You kind of have your little space dude, an astronaut, that's the one, and you have a thing that can create clones of yourself, and you can teleport in between them, and you have to like teleport yourself around and get out of the different rooms. It's weird, but it's free, so it's worth a try if you enjoy puzzle games. What else is there? There's Prototype 2 and DuckTales Remastered for PS3 owners. Prototype 2 is pretty good. I played that. I'm sure you played that, Snow, as an RPG fan.
Yes.
Prototype.
Yeah.
Prototype.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
okay.
that-
It's the guy with like he can do weird stuff with his body, like stuff. He turns himself
Wait,
into like hammers and stuff.
That one's free on PlayStation?
PlayStation 3, yeah.
I thought that game was only exclusive to Xbox.
Maybe one. Prototype 1 might have been, but Prototype 2, no.
That's the one where like it's like really bloody and stuff, huh? It's like where like he could transform and his hands could turn into like blades and like all kinds of crazy stuff.
That is the one, yes. 2 is a different character. Yeah, 2 is a different main character. I think it ties into the story. I didn't finish it. I got like halfway, and then I just I don't know. I never finish games, actually. I
watched a trailer for that one, and he's trying to kill Alex Mercer. He's not trying to...
I think it is that one, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I remember that one. Okay.
So tell us what the storyline is to Prototype 2.
Actually, I don't know the storyline because I don't think I've ever completed it myself. It's one of the games I've checked out. I played it for a while and never really got far with it. So
yeah,
put it down and that was it.
I was the same, so don't worry about it. Don't feel bad. Don't feel.
I play a game, and if I tend to if I can't see myself playing it after a week, I usually don't ever pick it up again. I think it was one of those games where it was only a few days long, and
yeah,
I think something else came into my view.
Yeah, what I played, it was a decent game. I mean, if you enjoy those kind of games, it's definitely worth picking up. But it never really scratched the itch that I had at that time. So I guess that's why it's somewhere in my shelves. Then DuckTales remastered. The only one that might have a chance of downloading this one is probably Snow for your kid. I mean, it's free. You can have a look at it.
Yeah, we'll definitely try that out for him.
I have no
And
idea what it's about. I assume it's about the ducks from DuckTales. It makes sense.
yeah, I would imagine.
uh,
I grew up watching it, so watching the cartoon, so I'm kind of familiar with it myself. But yeah, I don't see myself playing that kind of game in many years now. So
no, yeah, maybe
we'll
10
definitely have
years
to give the
ago.
kid a try.
Maybe 10 years ago we played those kind of games, but not so much anymore.
Maybe.
Okay, so then on the PS Vita, there's also a game called Whoa Dave, which I couldn't find anything on. I was a bit rushed, but I have no idea. The name gives me nothing. Whoa Dave could mean anything, so if you guys are interested in having a random game, go look at that one. Anyone, did you guys by any chance read about it this week?
Whoa, Dave.
Whoa Dave, no?
First
No,
I've heard of
kinda-
it just today, sir.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Do you guys even have a PS Vita?
No.
No.
No. Okay, I do. But, yeah. And then the other one is Duke Nukem, which was an awesome game when I was a kid, but apparently the remade ones are horrible. So that sucks.
Duke Nukem. Oh, okay, yeah, I played that game. It's someone with like the pigs and all that stuff, huh?
I don't even know what
Like,
the game
Old
one's like.
school.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah,
I remember it was like
that's
pigs like trying to kill them or something. Like you have to. I remember I used to play it on the PS1. I didn't really like it to be honest, but it was a game still, so I would still play it.
Yeah. Well, that's out on the PS Vita for anyone.
Yeah, it was kind of a better game for the PC. It was more one of those first-person shooter, run through like little mazes, and
Yep.
it was definitely more of the PC, I think, version. It was
Definitely
better.
16-bit graphics, Minecraft style shooter. And in the day,
Exactly.
it was quite a good game in the day. I mean, it probably, I don't know, it came out in the 90s probably, I'd guess.
I'd
Maybe-
say about then, yeah.
Yeah,
Early
or maybe
90s.
early, yeah, somewhere around there anyway. But the new ones are not as good. But if you want to try it out, it's free on the PS Vita. So that is the PlayStation Plus games for January. And to be honest, a lot of people complain about having to pay for PlayStation Plus, but I really don't mind. To be honest, the servers we already know that they're pretty crap. Let's be honest. They get taken down often, and it's not only when they get hacked. There's often little problems, and if that means we have to pay a bit of extra money to get their service fixed, that's fine. And we're getting free games. Infamous First Light is a pretty big game. It's like 15, 20 pounds on the store. So yeah, I don't really mind. I don't know about you guys.
I'll have to look into it.
I think I heard that the Infamous First Light was actually like a DLC or something. It wasn't like a.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's kind of a prequel, but they turned it. I think it was going to be a DLC, but they turned it into a full game. So it's got a couple of hours with gameplay, so that's okay. Anyway, into the news. A new game has been announced. The beta for PlanetSide 2 is coming on January 13th, which is 2 days away. And it's somewhere, the week of the January 13th, 20th, sorry. And it's a free-to-play game, and it's on an epic scale. It's supposedly supposed to have kind of a Destiny server kind of thing, except there's two teams and you're on a huge battlefield, and there's like thousands of people just fighting. That sounds pretty awesome. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds cool.
Yeah,
That would be a fun one.
I don't know how to work. I guess you just pick a team, and there might just be one like battle going on all the time, and you just jump in and out of a team, or set maybe for half an hour a battle goes on, and you join in for a team, and you just play while you're there. I have no idea. There's not much on it, but the beta is between the 13th and the 20th, which is the upcoming week. So we'll try and jump on that, maybe get some videos on it and see what is happening with that. But yes, keep an eye out, PlanetSide 2. Then, as we all know, Sony was hacked. What was it? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, we missed this last week. So yeah, Christmas time, and it came on in the beginning of January. So they're now offering 5 days free PlayStation Plus membership to anyone that was a PlayStation Plus member at the time of the outage. So they're covering you there, and they're going to give everyone a 10% total discount on one purchase, or a full basket purchase, at an unannounced time. So they'll let us know, whatever. as a kind of sorry, we messed up. Here's take our money kind of thing, I guess. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they've done enough? Do you think they should have done more? Do you think they've done too much?
I think they should.
Uh,
They should probably have done more because it was off for a while. I'm pretty sure a lot of the people were frustrated during that time. So I would assume
yeah,
that they should do more.
I would say more for the fact also that I purchased my son a PlayStation for Christmas, and for the first 2 days of him having it, he couldn't do absolutely nothing. So it was kind of annoying. Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, that part I would definitely say more is due, and maybe they should tighten their security somehow a little bit better. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, I believe, on the situation.
I think it'd be especially frustrating for the parents as well, just because you can't really explain that to a little kid that PlayStation
He
Plus
had
is
no
online,
concept of
especially
it.
for them. They're just like, what are you talking about? I want to play.
Exactly. That was pretty much what it was. He doesn't understand anything about what a hacker or the system is in any way or form. So he just thinks my game. Why can't I play it?
Broken.
Doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, they just think it's broken.
Exactly. And that's what he said too. He's like, "What is it broke?" And I'm like, "No, it's not that. It's the internet that's technically broke right now." So
The internet's broke.
and
So,
what's the internet? What's the internet? So you're trying to explain something
yeah,
that is like this imaginary, gateway to everything, and it's just really
it's just hard.
frustrating.
Yeah, I can imagine. It must be ridiculous. But I don't know. A lot of people are complaining. Like if like you probably didn't. If you bought them a PlayStation Plus membership, you couldn't register it. And they're saying, well, what about them? They can't have the 5 days free PlayStation Plus membership because they weren't signed up. But to back Sony, I mean, it's not like you lost 5 days. You lost the time, sure, but you didn't. It didn't cost you anything. Um, so I don't know about that, but I think last year they gave away a free game when their servers were down for a while. Um, so yeah, I don't think they've done enough, but I think people just need to chill. It happened. I'm sure they'll try and up their security. I'm sure they're not dumb enough to just, leave it as it is. I'm sure they've got plans to fix it a little bit. But yeah, that's what they're getting. We'll let you guys know if we find out when all that stuff is being thrown at us. I mean, 10% is not bad. If you buy, you spend well, if you look at it on one side, it means they're wanting you to spend money before they give you money back, kind of thing. But
Yeah,
it's
'cause if
like,
I buy a $10 game for my son, it's only $1 I save versus $6 I save on a $60 game. So
yeah, yeah, it's a bit, but I think the only problem I had with it before we move on is the way they worded it in their message. They kind of made it like they were doing a nice thing instead of they messed up. They weren't saying sorry. They were kind of just like, yeah, you guys, you can have this because we're nice people, not we messed up. Here's our very sorry much, whatever. However you should have said it, but they didn't say it right. Okay, that's all my point.
They didn't word it well.
Yeah, exactly. But there we go. On a positive note for Sony, they have released their sales figures and they have now hit 18.5 million sales worldwide. That is a lot of consoles.
yeah,
That's
I'm
crazy.
not gonna express the number, but I did put the math to that, and let me just tell you that is an astounding number.
Oh yeah, and it's a lot of money. I mean, people are like, "Oh, Sony's going broke." I can tell you, if you're
No,
selling 18.5 million consoles at $500 a console, you're not going broke.
You're not going
You're
broke.
not going broke.
you're in the far triple, or
Yeah.
like I want to say like 7 billion. I think is what I think I put that on there. So
Oh
yeah,
I wonder
yeah.
how
seven
much
billion
it like
dollars.
goes to like the actual workers, like how much they make on a yearly salary towards that.
Yeah, their profit might not be very high, but there's no way you're running in the red if one of your products is selling that well. It's just,
Yeah,
I mean, I know they're in a bit of trouble with their movie side, the entertainment side of things, and all that. But if one of your products is doing that well, you're doing okay. So
I know the Spider-Man movie kind of had like a good impact on that. It was a pretty good movie to be honest, but I don't know because it was created by Sony, wasn't it? The new
I have
Spider-Man,
no idea.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Could have
It
been.
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. I know that. I remember I was reading up on something about the sales and stuff like that. That was one good thing they had on the media type of side. I know that they're like, especially for selling TVs and stuff. The movie actually helped them quite some.
Oh, that's good. That's good
Interesting.
to hear. No one wants Sony to go bankrupt. What do we ever do? I guess I'd buy an Xbox, but I wouldn't really want to. Okay,
I'd
so
be I'd be fighting myself the whole time.
yeah, I'd play it, but I'd just feel bad. I'd have to like take a shower or something afterwards.
I have to take a shower.
Cleanse myself. I'm just kidding.
Xbox is the devil.
Xbox is okay. We don't really hate them. We just dislike them. Talking about another Sony product, one that I'm not a big fan of, but the idea is there, but it's just a little bit of a mess at the moment. It is PlayStation Now, and it's hitting the shelves on January 13th, another January 13th. I don't know how much you guys know about it. It's pretty much, I've got a link in the description, if I remember it once again, of all the list of games that'll be there, but it's a game streaming service, so you can play, I think they got over 100 and something games, yeah, over 100 games of PlayStation 3 games at the moment that you can download, well, not download, you can stream, so you don't actually have to download games, so you need a fairly decent internet connection, but you can stream onto your PlayStation 4 some of your favorite PlayStation 3 games. The only problem is it's, I think, $20 a month, and not all the games are free. So you've got to pay your $20 a month and then something like $7 for a month to rent the game as well. So it seems like a bit of a money grab to me at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Sounds interesting. Sounds, I don't know. Yeah, money aspect might be a little bit much on it, but I mean, to be able to go and stream a game right from your house without having to worry about it, that's pretty nice. I like that.
I think it'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I think the concept is good. I mean, if you've got decent internet connection, you can. One thing I've always had a problem with is not be PlayStation 3 wasn't cross-compatible. PlayStation 4 is still not cross-compatible, so you can't play your PS3 games on your PS4, which doesn't make any sense. I can't understand how difficult it can be to just put that in. Surely the games and the system isn't that different.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
the PlayStation 2
like
could play
performance-wise
PlayStation
and
1
stuff.
games, so why can't the PlayStation 4 play PlayStation 3 games?
Yeah, that would make no sense, honestly. I think they had that for PlayStation 3 as well. Couldn't you play some PS2 games? Or I know that
Only
like on the older PlayStations you could,
if you
or the
bought
older
the
PlayStation 3s.
digital copies, you could do it. You couldn't play discs.
Yeah. Well, no. You can play
That's a
discs.
bummer.
Because I play actually now. I do play my PS2 on my PS3.
Oh, really?
It does work. You just have to create a PS2 memory card in your
Oh,
save
okay.
data utilities.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so once you go in there and create it, it'll allow you actually to start the disc up because I was having that issue for a while too. I'm like, why? This is kind of stupid. And then I figured out, I went online and looked it up, and if you just make a separate memory card for PS2, your games then start up and register.
oh, that's interesting.
Because
Well,
I play Call of Duty, not Call of Duty, what am I talking about? Command and Conquer, like Red Alert and all those old
Okay.
school for PS2
Yeah.
games.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
just
remember.
converted those. So I switched my PS2 games and I just play them on my PS3 that way. So it does work.
Yeah, well, there we go. PlayStation 2 could do it. PlayStation 3 could do it. Why can the PlayStation 4 not do it? I mean, there's so many good PlayStation 3 games I still play. Dark Souls being one of them. And instead of making a remaster, just bloody let us play the PlayStation 3 game on our PlayStation 4. But anyway, before we get all upset about that, PlayStation Now, cool idea. A bit of a money grab, but we'll see. Maybe it's only just getting released, so I'm sure if they have enough people saying, listen, your money aspect is a little bit crazy, rethink it, they'll have a look at it. We'll see. If it's not selling, obviously they'll have to change it. Okay, so PlayStation Now, 13th of Jan. On to the next thing, we have a leaked Destiny photo that came out of a Destiny meeting. That just makes me laugh. Someone's sitting there on their phone, like hidden under the desk, taking photos of the projector. It's hilarious. But they've leaked a possible release launch of the next DLC on March the 10th, which I can't remember its name. It's got a name, but yeah, that one, March 10th, apparently. That's what the photo says. And then a new DLC being released shortly. Well, not shortly. It's in September, which is quite a while away. But when you look at it, they've got one coming out in March and September. This one's called the Comet Plague of Darkness. They haven't said anything about it, but that's what the photo said. And they had a couple more. They had quite a few DLCs going up the board. I think I counted 6. I can't remember exactly. But it's interesting. I mean, we've spoken about Destiny and Destiny 2 already being announced. and now they've got so many DLCs lined up. I still feel like this game is all about the money. I don't know about you
Yeah,
guys.
same, dude. I know they had the recent DLC drop, and I'm not sure. I honestly I deleted the game like a couple days ago, even though I paid for it. Like I was just like, yeah, this game is ass, so I just deleted it. I didn't even take a second look at it. I was just like beep delete, and then after that, I don't know. Like the game's still like the thought of it. It's people ask me to play it, and I'm just like no. I just picture boredom because the game really was over
Rated? Rated? Yeah.
overrated. And they made it seem like it was gonna be like, oh, so cool, so much swag, and then we end up playing it and it's not very good. It's actually really bad. It's not it was fun for like a good hour and then it's just like, yeah, this is boring.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I loved and hated Destiny at the same time. Like the gameplay felt smooth, and the look of the game was really good, but it just got so repetitive and so boring, really quickly. It felt half-hearted, and I can see what they were going for, trying to make a lot of DLC. But when you're charging full price for DLC and you're releasing six of them, and a lot of them look like you can just put it in the game in the beginning, it's just like you guys just want my money, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
give it to you. Did you play it, Snow? You said you liked RPGs.
No,
It's kind of an RPG.
Unfortunately, I have not. At that time, I was kind of waiting to put my money towards new equipment for my channel, so
Oh, good on you.
I kind of passed up the opportunity on that one.
You're not missing that much, to be honest. I mean, if you enjoy, I don't know how much you play on PC. If you enjoy those kind of MMOs where you grind and grind and grind just for the best gears, then you'll like Destiny. And if you enjoy Halo combat, then you'll probably like a bit of Destiny too. But besides that, I can't talk too highly of Destiny.
Yeah.
Although, actually, saying that, it won PlayStation Game of the Year, apparently. And I think that is such horse crap. I mean, seriously. I can't understand who would have voted that as Game of the Year. The only way I can see is I know they've given PlayStation a lot of exclusive stuff, and I just have this sinking feeling that the PlayStation executives were like, you know what? Let's keep them on our good side. Let's say they were our Game of the Year. I don't know. You think they would do that? I feel like they would do that.
Everybody's all about publicity nowadays, so
Yeah,
they can
exactly.
do something to hype it up. They may just hype it just to that point where it lasts a little bit longer out there, and people are still a little more interested in trying it out. So I can see that being the reason, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's an okay game, but Game of the Year, there's so many better ones. Far Cry 4, Dragon Age Inquisition, Shadows of Mordor. There's just so many good games this year, and they just, well, not that many, but a lot of decent games that I still think kick Destiny's ass. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's not a Knock Destiny show. This is just, giving you news. Talking about Destiny, IGN have released a complete Destiny podcast. It's all about Destiny. How much can you talk about Destiny every week? Seriously, there's not that much to the game.
Yeah, you can't really say anything about that Destiny. There's like it's very limited. It's not something you could go on and about.
I mean,
Do they say like their schedule for it and stuff like that as well, or
you think I listen to it? Do you really think I listen?
no? Is it like every week or
Yeah,
is it
it's a
like
weekly podcast. The IGN have
oh yeah,
3, I
that's
think. Yeah.
yeah, that sounds hard.
I mean, a one game podcast is really difficult to manage. I mean, we were thinking about doing a Minecraft one, and while I was sitting down for a while and thinking about it, it's just difficult to come up with news related to one game only,
Yeah,
or even tips or anything. It's just too easy to run out of content. So
yeah. There's
I don't
nothing.
know.
There's not too much to.
It's
Need
not
more
off.
variation.
Yeah, exactly. It's not off the cards completely, but it's just we'll see how things go. Then some more gaming news. Well, that's what this show's about. But anyway, Uncharted 4 has now got a multiplayer. Well, all Uncharted games have multiplayer, but they hadn't announced it yet, and people were getting worried. But alas, there is indeed multiplayer. They haven't said much about it. They just said, we have multiplayer. So, there we go. Really newsworthy, that one. And a bit of background on the game. They've released that everyone was like, oh, but you said at the end of the last game he retired. So how can he come back? And the story is, it's 3 years after he retired, and his brother has suddenly appeared out of nowhere, like he lost his brother or his brother disappeared and vanished, and now he's back, and he's hunting down some treasure, and Drake somehow gets stuck in the middle of it. That's how Drake rolls. So that's why he's come out of retirement. Everyone give Naughty Dog a break. They're a cool company. I like their games. They aren't just chill. Just chill. Do you play Uncharted Snow? I feel like you would play Uncharted.
No, that I
In the
don't. I'm
third one,
kind
that
of
was it. I haven't played any
I'm
other
kind of
one.
outdated on video games, sir. I recently just picked up Skyrim, so I mean I'm just now starting that. Exactly.
Skyrim.
Minecraft took over my life for a while.
Minecraft is definitely worth a lot of time, but I am not a big fan of Skyrim, and I love RPGs. Like I've burnt hours in Dark Souls, and what do you call it, Dragon Age, and all those kind of things. But Skyrim just did not fill my fantasy of RPG games at all.
You're
Didn't
like no
satisfy
lie,
him.
the 10th person. You're like the 10th person that has told me that at this point now. So I'm kind of getting worried about the game. I'm like, I just literally started. I loaded it up. I've got like the whole welcome to the game thing going
Yeah.
on, and I stopped playing it. So now I'm kind of worried. I don't know if I want to actually continue it.
I just, like the world is cool. The characters that you meet are really good. It's just the combat drives me crazy. To be fair, I played Dark Souls first, and that combat is really good. Like there's a lot of, I don't know, it's more skill based. Whereas Skyrim, you just kind of lock onto your person and just spam attack until he dies, and you just hope he doesn't kill you first. There's no skill level. There's no, I don't know. I like having a bit of skill in a game. Whereas Skyrim to me it's all about the adventure. That being said, I've been playing Telltale games for like the last week, and that has zero skill. But yeah, whatever. Okay, don't judge me. Okay, moving on. Whatever. Some good news for us Minecraft YouTubers. For the year, is apparently YouTubers released that Minecraft is the top search term on YouTube. Does that really surprise you though? Does that surprise anyone?
No, it does not.
No, not at this point. Not now.
It's even
Yeah.
there were people were saying they were surprised it outsearched PewDiePie, but if you look at a PewDiePie as one guy with say 20 no, is he at 30 million yet? I don't know if he's at 30 million.
No, he's not at 30
No,
million.
well,
He's at
28, 29, something like that.
yeah, I think so. Something
Yeah,
in that
so
area.
he's one guy. Even with that many, if you think about how many different Minecraft videos there are, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more viewers watching that. So, but it's cool to know. It's cool to know Minecraft top search term on YouTube. So good on you. Good on you guys. Keep searching it. And if you want some good Minecraft videos, you should visit our channels. It's YouTube Snowdriven and MerkyMX and Cloud Style Gamer. I always forget that part. Yeah, we're good. You should definitely check us out. Just me though. Don't worry about the others. Okay. Minecraft TU19. There is out in your side of the woods, your neck of the woods now. Am I right?
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, there's some evil bugs I've noticed going on with this
Apparently
update.
so. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. The bugs. Apparently, you guys cannot play with anyone else except for Americans.
That is correct, actually.
How
That
ridiculous
is correct.
that?
I've noticed that because I really didn't notice it until just now. But yeah, I haven't played with anybody that's any in other countries. That's actually not fair.
What kind of bug is that? I mean, how is that something that's not play tested? I mean, that's.
I don't know. That's ridiculous, to be honest. I think it's just pretty dumb.
I think it's got to have been, I mean, they were stuck in testing for quite a while, and I guess they just decided to release it and fix it later rather than carry on testing. I don't know. It's just a bit.
They figured we could at least play with some people, so they didn't think it'd be that big of a deal.
They were just like, Americans don't play with anyone else. God damn it.
God damn it.
That actually was not one that I've noticed. I've noticed a lot of redstone, like major redstone issues with timing, pistons.
Apparently, the pistons are broken now with the update. Like all the machines that people can make, it just doesn't work anymore.
Yep, that simple doors, simple 3-piston door, 6 pistons, 3 on each side, and it's gotten to the point now where I've kind of given up on working with redstone because they're so inconsistent. Sometimes it fires, sometimes it doesn't work. It's like, what's going on here? The only thing I've seen actually that works redstone related is Merc's little troll object.
That's technically
that
not.
works 100% every time.
It's not technically something working, is it? Though it's technically something breaking.
Oh no, it works though. I mean, it works to break the game, so it definitely does what it's intended to do. That's for sure. I mean, it works better than my doors. So yeah,
Oh
no,
man,
I've noticed the redstone issues though a lot.
I don't use much redstone. Like if when I'm building and stuff, it's all creative stuff, building houses and that. Because without embarrassing myself, redstone just confuses my brain. So yeah. I mean, I can make piston doors and the real basic stuff, but when it comes into these calculator machines and dispensing machines and all that kind of stuff that some of the friends I have make, I'm just like, you know what? You make those, I'm gonna go build another tower or something. That's just how I roll.
Well, I'll give you a little sneak preview of what I've been working on. You guys are familiar with the Maze Runner, the movie, right? In the books.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw
yeah.
a picture of that. It looked pretty cool.
I
Okay.
actually
Yeah.
saw it
So
a
I'm
little
actually
bit.
Yeah, I'm currently doing that whole process. I'm doing like I've seen it for PC where they've had multiple little, survival areas where people kind of team up and they work in their spots and then kill everybody in the maze.
Yeah.
But I figured I'd go along the lines more like the movie. You have like up to 8 people in the lobby. 6 people would get designated jobs while inside the glade or the square you want to call it,
Yeah.
and then only 2 people allowed to run the maze. So I've been working on that, but I spent about a good day just working on doors that are censored for the day and the night so that they open and close without having to flip switches and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my big issue with the redstone, and that's where I noticed a lot of the bugs and the problems with it. So I've actually caught myself reverting back to old redstone techniques just to get my doors to work properly because some of the new features just they don't have any concept of working abilities right now in the game. So yeah, I'm going back to like redstone torches, stacking them up, with redstone little dust on top of blocks
Oh yeah.
versus using comparators and repeaters now. I don't know, it's a bit of a hassle, but I find the old ways still work without giving any too many issues.
Let's
But
hope
yeah, you guys can expect a maze runner.
that'll be cool. Let's hope the
That's awesome.
old redstone doesn't break when the bug fixes come out, because that would make you very sad, I can imagine.
Yeah,
That's
but I
something.
mean, if they're gonna get it to where it's working, I think I can deal with that. I can go in and rebuild the door,
Uh,
as long as it's gonna be better than what it was.
Good.
Talking about mini games and all that in Minecraft. One thing I realized the other day, I was thinking about it, and with this Minecraft, with the Hunger Games movie, it made this like revolutionary game inside the game, which is Hunger Games, of course.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Every server has it. And just thinking about it, what about for future movies and stuff that are gonna come out and stuff? What other mini games are there gonna come out that are gonna be revolutionary like that as well? Like that's pretty crazy if you think about it, because like it wasn't really well known. It wasn't around until that movie came out, and then like
Yeah.
all of a sudden this crazy mini game was made, and now it's like super popular. Everybody does like videos on it, and it's pretty insane if you think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, look, there's Maze Run already, so who knows? Maybe it'll take off, or I don't know. It's a good. It's
I've seen a
actually.
few versions only on PC though, so I haven't really seen much on the consoles.
I've
PC
never
though has
seen it.
done a
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, if you go look on there, they've done a pretty good job with how it's set up, and obviously they got the redstone command blocks and everything that are timing everything and spawning you in certain designated areas. So console lacks that ability on that part, but I think for a simple build a maze and try to survive, I think it'd be really good for a series for one, and good for just good gameplay between people because you're in a small remote area. You can see what's going on. 2 runners are out in the maze. I'm thinking I want to do like a picture in picture. So when they go out to search the maze, they give me their video feed. I put that up in the corners of the actual videos we're doing. That way you never miss out on anybody's like screenplay.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think I'm going to try to start a good series with this. We'll see how it goes, though.
Yeah, it would be really good. I
Sounds
mean,
good.
I think that kind of idea is really good for YouTube because, is I've always said it. As much as people enjoy solo commentaries, there's just so much more entertainment value in having 2 or 3 people bouncing conversation off each other rather than just one guy talking to Mike. It just gets, I don't know, boring. No one, well, I mean,
Right.
PewDiePie can, but not many people can keep a 10 to 15 minute long video entertaining just talking to themselves playing a game. Whereas
Yeah.
you have 2 or 3 guys playing a game, it's just better. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, I don't think it's just me, but it's just a lot. It's even easier for the recorders. It's just nice to bounce conversation off of each other rather than having to think about what you want to say on camera the whole time.
Yeah,
I find myself most of the times making videos where I'm like that. I'm like, oh, all right. So before I start this, what do I want to talk about before I even get into it? Because I know at some point I'm going to stumble and I'm going to
Exactly.
need to rebound on something fast. Yeah. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, whereas like these podcasts, like yeah, we have a bit of an idea of what we're going to talk about, but we bounce off each other quite easily, moving from topic to topic. There's no real pause or delay or anything to worry about. Whereas if it was me just reading a script, I can guarantee you it would be boring as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, our final news item of the day. I just had to include it because me and Far Cry. It's one of my favorite games this year. The developers, Ubisoft, have sent out a poll to all the users saying, you know what, you guys have been awesome. We're looking at releasing Far Cry 5 in the near future. What would you guys like? And they gave a ton of options. And there's, I'm not going to count this right now, but there's probably about 10 that have come as the most wanted, I guess. And this isn't in any order. They didn't give us figures for which ones were voted for the best. But let me read through them and we can discuss what that kind of game would be like. So the first one is Far Cry in a remote Alaska about... Oh, that doesn't even make sense. A Far Cry game in remote Alaska about surviving extreme wilderness. Now it makes sense. Okay. So, I guess it's up in Alaska and you're surviving wild animals, which is kind of... I don't know, that's kind of what Far Cry 4 is already about. You're near the Himalayas. But I guess you can't really compare Alaska to the Himalayas, can you?
No. I don't think so.
No. What kind of animals do you get in Alaska? Tell me.
I would imagine caribou, bear.
I was going to say, caribou don't sound very dangerous.
No. Bears do a little bit. But I'm pretty sure you could kind of... I mean, what's that though? Maybe a mountain lion. I can see a mountain lion or two up there over that way.
Wolves? There must be wolves, some kind of wolves there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see vicious animals like that though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. I mean, I think it would be an okay one, but I don't know if it's the one I would have voted for. Yeah, it could work. I mean, it could work. Then the next one is Far Cry game in futuristic sci-fi setting on another planet. That could be kind of cool, but I feel like that might lose the Far Cry touch. Far Cry is more realistic in a way, survive somewhere in the world, and it's more of a realistic game, and I don't think a sci-fi setting will fit it very well. Although they did release Blood Dragon, which was pretty good, but it wasn't really based on any of the Far Cry series at all. Don't know, you guys don't really play much Far Cry, do you?
No.
So it's kind of
Far Cry, it's not my type of game.
It's just me giving my opinion here. Okay. Well, maybe we'll find one that you guys think sounds really good. A Far Cry game set in the Vietnam War during the 1960s. I feel like that's got nothing to do with Far Cry. No, it's not a Call of Duty. It's not a war game. I don't know. No, that one's not for me. This one makes me laugh. A Far Cry game set in the cocaine trafficking jungles of Peru. Is that not like the most specific game you've ever heard of? It has to be the cocaine trafficking jungles. Those specific jungles, not the jungle next to it. The cocaine trafficking jungles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a bit on spot there.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. But then the next one is interesting. I don't think it really fits Far Cry either, but it says a Far Cry game where you can fight against or choose to join vampires. What? Really?
Factions of vampires, though.
I mean, I feel like people are losing the plot a bit here. I mean, what makes Far Cry great is it's semi-realistic, as I said. You could technically be doing this stuff yourself. You kind of lost in the jungle or on an island, taking out some, what would you call them? Bad guys, I guess. They're not really, but and then you've got all the animals that are trying to attack you all the time. and it's just hilarious and fun. And I don't think vampires would make a very good addition. A Far Cry game set in the Western style, 19th century Americas. That sounds okay itself as a game, but I don't think it sounds very good for a Far Cry game.
Yeah, it sounds like they're reaching out a bit much for that.
Yeah. The next one is obviously going to be on the list because we've spoken about it. It's the video game cult of the moment, and it says a Far Cry game that is set during a zombie outbreak.
That actually, no.
I mean, it could work if done right. If it's done like it is now, and you just happen to run into zombies while you're exploring every now and then, it could be okay. But if they make it all about zombies, I don't think it will work so well. I mean, it would be pretty cool to have like a zombie bear coming at you.
That'd be kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it'll take a lot of thinking and writing, but maybe a zombie outbreak would work. It would sell either way. Let's be honest, it would sell. It's a zombie game.
Yeah, zombies are top.
Yeah. Then, as I said, the sci-fi game Blood Dragon was released as a DLC to Far Cry 3, and people have voted for Blood Dragon 2 to come in, so we might see that. Then this one is my favorite. This is the one I want to see. A Far Cry game in the present day on a Jurassic Park style island of dinosaurs. That is going to be cool. You know?
That sounds interesting.
Exactly like Far Cry is now, with your enemies controlling bases and that on, but when you're running around in the open, there's dinosaurs running around instead of bears and tigers and stuff. I think that could be very
That'd be cool.
very cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
And what I'm hoping for now is, zombies are cool in that, but I think dinosaurs would be a cool cult to have in video games for a while.
They don't have much of it, actually, dinosaurs. I've noticed there isn't a very big demand for them.
I don't know why, though. Dinosaurs is awesome. I mean, why wouldn't you want to take down a T-Rex with a rocket launcher or a couple of grenades? It would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
So
maybe you figure every kid's little dream is dinosaurs. Some child somewhere is thinking of a dinosaur at some point. So
exactly,
it's not that it's a far reach for a dream of some child.
No, you know what it is. I think it just needs one game to do really well, and it'll break free, and people will start making it. That's what happened with zombies. I think probably Resident Evil is probably the one that started the whole zombie thing. And then everyone was like, oh, wow, look at how popular zombies are. Let's all make zombie games. So, yeah.
I still play Resident Evil games, so...
I love Resident Evil games.
Die hard fan.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I actually played 4 first. And then I went back and played the others because it was so awesome.
Oh, no. 1995? No, 94. 94, Resident Evil came out for the PS1 edition, console. I seriously played that game for weeks on end. I probably beat it over and over again. But that game was just such an awesome addition to any gaming that was out there at that time. It put any first-person shooter or any kind of shooting game to shame. It put it down. There's hands down Resident Evil's top. And now I don't know, the new graphics cinema where you're kind of sitting on their shoulder and running through the maps. It's cool. But I think they should go back to the old style camera where you're kind of standing behind and a little bit above the person.
Yeah, like
that feels a little more scarier.
Yeah, I think like Resident Evil. I think 4 was still similar to that. They got a little bit close, but I think they were still like that. But I assume then you'll be getting Resident Evil 2 Revelations. I think it's called. That's the HD version that's getting released on the PS4 soon.
That will be a definite yes.
I thought so. Well, there we go. That wraps up the news section of our topic today. Podcast topic, whatever you want to call it. It's that thing. How are we doing for time? We are doing okay. We'll get through this fairly quickly. As you guys know, we like to have a interesting discussion, and this past week has been a pretty bad one once again somewhere in the world. I don't know how much you guys have heard about America. I assume you've heard a bit about it. Paris has had a bit of a terrorist attack on it. The details are, I don't have them in front of me, but I'll just go off memory. 3 guys came into a satirical newspaper kind of place. So the newspaper did religious satirical comic kind of thing. You know, you see them in the back of newspapers, little comic book strips.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so They didn't only do like Muslim's not the right one, like Islamic terrorist jokes. They just did all kinds of comical, satirical things. And these three guys decided to walk in there and just open fire on them with automatic weapons. And they even let off an RPG at the building for some unknown reason. And they killed 12 people, and it was pretty crazy, really. It's just, I don't know. I find the world is just going a little bit crazy at the moment. I don't know what it is, and I don't know why everything seems to be driven by religion lately. I mean, I think religion has its place in the world, but it's getting a little extreme at the moment. I don't know how much like I said, I don't know how much you guys heard about
Yeah,
it.
one of them, one of those actual artists or cartoonists, he had a couple years before, because like it's like that whole debate on the Prophet Muhammad, on
Yeah,
how like they don't like him in like American shows and stuff like that. They don't want him on none of that. Because I know, I think it was South Park did a skit, or Family Guy actually, like no, it was South Park. They did a skit of Muhammad, and they would like blur out his face, and it was like this big old thing on it, but they were just like joking around about it, like usual. And what had happened is this guy had done it. He had done the cartoon a couple years before. I think it was in the 90s or something like that. I'm not sure. In the 2000s, early 2000s, he had drawn a picture of the Prophet Muhammad with, you know how they have those togas on their head? Oh crap, sorry.
yeah,
He had put a bomb there instead, and then it had like a fuse on it, I guess, to like symbolize like how, I guess those people like they, I don't know, try to give it that influence of like bombing and stuff like that,
yeah, yeah.
all that stuff. And they didn't, I guess they he was receiving death threats for a while and stuff like that. And then eventually it cooled down, and then once this happened again, it just blew up again, and they ended up killing him for it this time, which it's pretty crazy. They were just speaking their mind, and they end up getting killed for it.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, it
sad.
kills the whole freedom of speech, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, honestly.
Bad. Just bad.
Yeah, I mean, and then I follow it at work because my work is a very stop go kind of thing. I'm either making a couple of images and stuff for work, working on the websites, or I'm doing literally nothing. So I have a lot of time to read news and that kind of thing. And there was even a I think it was a Muslim police officer. I could be wrong. I should have researched this, but I thought I'd remember. It's either Muslim or he was the same religion as them, same beliefs, and he was trying to protect them, and they shot him down too. I mean, yeah, it's just really. You mean you're taking guys out for making fun of your religion, and then a guy with the same religion tries to tell you to calm down, and you shoot him too. It's like, the world is
There's no sense in that.
no. I mean,
No
I
chill.
no. There's no there's no chill.
There's no chill.
It's just getting out of hand, really. As I said, it's just getting so extreme. There's nothing wrong, with protesting. If people started protesting outside their thing, saying they don't appreciate what they're doing, they think it's wrong, whatever, that's fine.
That would have been more, yeah. That would have
I'm
been
all
more
good with that.
civilized.
But lately, it's just everything's getting out of hand. I mean, we spoke about the shooting in that American town recently with the police officer, and it's just I don't know. Maybe nowadays news is more alert to this kind of thing, or I mean, it's hard to miss, but it just lately all I see on Facebook and all that is just bad news of bad things happening everywhere. It's really
Yeah.
it's really frustrating. I mean, come on.
It's sad to see it. It really is.
Yeah, no, it is. It's horrible. It is. And then it ended up I don't know, they were on the run because one of them turned themselves in the next day, I guess, feeling guilty. I don't know, or he just didn't really want to be on the run. He had done what he needed to do. I don't know, but he turned himself in. And then there were two brothers that were on the run for a couple of days, and then they ended up in a shopping mall taking hostages, and it ended up in a shootout, and like 3 or 4 people got killed. But so did they. So it's done. It's over. Um,
How many shooters were there to be exact? Did they say, or
Three, I
what was the...
believe, 3 or 4. Um, yeah, but the scenes were horrible. I mean, there was explosions going off. I think they set off a bomb.
Yeah, there was actually videos of it, like on
Yeah,
the internet, on some like security cameras and stuff like that.
yeah. I think they
It
set
was
off a bomb in
crazy.
the supermarket or wherever they were, and that's why the police went in and took them all out. Which, which is how it is always going to end, I suppose. When you start taking hostages, there's only one way it's going to end, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no glory side for them. That's for sure.
Well, to be fair, I mean, if they're doing it with their extremist religion, the glory side is going out like that. So it irritates me, and people complain about racism and stereotyping and that, but the problem is half of the religion, and this doesn't only apply to Muslims and terrorism and all that. That's not what I'm implying. It's everywhere, but the stereotype just grows with these kind of situations. It's not helping. You want your religion to look good, but this is how you do it. You do it in extreme ways, and you're not helping it at all. They're not helping.
We all need to get along, work together, and just stop getting on everybody about their differences. I think because everyone has differences. You're never going to fix one or another's. It's just how the world has been always.
It's not about changing people. It's about accepting people. That's what it's about.
Exactly.
You can't make people think the way you want to think. You just have to accept that they think one way and you think the other. And half the time, it's just two different ways of looking at the same result. To be honest. You both see the same.
They just go left and you go right, but at the end you're all going to end up at the same place, the same results, the same reasonings.
Exactly.
You just have a different outlook on how to get to that. That's where the problem is. We need to accept that and let people just carry on with their lives, and we won't have these issues about, oh, you made a comic making fun of me, so we're going to go cause trouble. Because in all reality, you're causing trouble for you and your portion of the people, or your little group of people that you're working with.
Oh yeah,
it's never a good thing.
Nah. Well, I guess there we go, guys. There's our serious discussion. Do we have a life lesson from that? I suppose we do. You should accept people for who they are and what they believe in, and not try and change people to what you believe in.
Or that.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next subject. As you guys know, we always do the Q&A at the end of the videos, usually. I'll go ahead and read them this time, because Cloud's a busy guy. He has a big mouth. He talks a lot.
I do. I like it. Okay, people like my voice. All right. Okay.
That's what they want you to think. All right. First question was. Let me go ahead and read the actual tweet by the person as well. One sec. Let me get this up real quick. Okay. Epic Bryce, better known as Bryce, another Stay True Network partner. Why did you guys decide to make podcasts? Cloud, you want to go ahead and answer that one for us?
Yeah, I guess it started off, now, between 10 and 12 weeks ago, depending on how many we've skipped. I think it's only 2 we've missed. I decided, it was something different. Everyone on the YouTube community, on the Minecraft community, do their Let's Plays and Let's Builds and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, you know what? I enjoy just having a discussion and talking about interesting stuff through the week. And it gives guys something to do while you play. I know a lot of guys play games, and you don't always have time to watch videos. So what can you do? You put on the podcast in the background, and you carry on playing your game and just listen to some interesting discussions. So that was my thought about it. And then I started and made the first one. And as I said earlier, I made it by myself, and I realized this was really, really boring. So the next one, I got Merkin as a special guest. And we got on really well. The podcast, as you guys probably know, if you've listened to it, went really well. And we chatted for a while, and we decided, you know what, let's do it as a weekly thing together, and then bring in guests like Mr. Snowdriven here. And that is kind of why I started making podcasts.
Cloud against the world.
Not against, accepting the world. We accept
with the world, accepting the world, trying to make it a better place together as one.
With
all right.
friends.
Next question. Yeah, with our buddies as well, with other people. Next question by Super Motita. Tends to ask questions about Mexican food. We don't know why. But tacos or quesadillas?
I could never say that word. I have no idea what that thing is, so I'll have to go with tacos.
Okay, quesadilla is a flour tortilla or a flour bread. I don't know what you guys would call it there, but you actually put cheese in it, and you can put ham or whatever else you want it, and then you cook it, to where the cheese is like good and melted, and it's actually pretty good. I prefer quesadillas over tacos, to be honest. Actually, no, tacos. Like the actual tacos. But if we're talking about Taco Bell, no, I'll take quesadilla. But what about you, Mr. Snowdriven? What is your answer on this?
I'm gonna have to go with quesadillas, definitely. But instead of ham, I think I would put chorizo instead. Some chorizo and some Mexican cheese, maybe chihuahua. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
A
that
little
sounds
bit of
pretty good.
lettuce, tomato. Yes, sir.
Doesn't sound bad. I might have
Mhm.
to. I might have to try one day.
In
This is
my household, we do a lot of Mexican eat out, so it's one of our favorites.
Merc too. Merc does a lot of Mexican eating.
oh, that's actually pretty funny. I know it's a little off subject, but for all you guys that know XCodcraft22, he recently did a world tutorial video, and there was actually a creeper with a sombrero, and he had a Mexican guitar in his hand, like he was a what are they what they call them in Mexico is a mariachi, and what it is basically like,
Mariachis.
yeah, they're basically like singers, you know, they play the guitars and stuff, and they're usually in a group, and there was a creeper with it. It was actually quite a good pixel art. And I'm listening to it, right? And I'm watching it, and I'm just like, whatever, watching this thing. I wanted to watch it, and because I had seen the world before, and he's like, "Oh wow, that's really cool." He's like, "Merc would really appreciate that." And then I was like, "What? Did I just hear that?" I thought it was pretty funny though. It made me laugh a lot. But moving on to the last question. This one, I believe, is directed just towards me. Uh, by Dark Trunks Man. He asked, "Talk about how Merc joined the MCPE community." So this is just for me to answer, but recently, you know, console has been going pretty slow. It's not we're not that updated on stuff. We don't have servers, none of that like Minecraft Pocket Edition. And I was like, you know what? Might as well give it a go. I've seen people do some videos on it, so let's go ahead and try it. And I ended up trying it. Servers were pretty good, you know, they were a little laggy, but they're still pretty fun. They're still pretty accurate, pretty fun to play. And I thought it was pretty fun. So, you know, I was like, you know, I'm gonna buy a cord for this and I'm gonna record it. And I ended up doing that, and now I'm enjoying it so far. A lot of people are pretty friendly in the Minecraft Pocket Edition community. I do appreciate that for all you guys accepting me into your guys' community. You know, getting to meet some new friends and that. But that's pretty much the story to that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not the best version of Minecraft out there, but it has
Mhm.
its uses. I mean, you can play it wherever you are. The controls are a bit clunky, but I mean, they have servers. At least they have bloody servers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We're still pretty slow on that. Wink, wink, wink. 4J
4J, just
Studios,
they listen. Yeah.
if you're watching this, you know we want servers.
We should start a petition or something.
Have a bunch of people sign it.
Yeah. I can't imagine it's that difficult. Surely, I mean, it's the same as someone hosting a local game on their PlayStation, except it's just on a server somewhere,
Yeah,
anywhere in the world. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't make that much sense not to be able to have it. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm just being crazy, crazy, crazy. It's possible with me. But I guess that about wraps it up for this week, guys. Thank you very much. We have just gone over the hour mark. We did pretty well this week. Once again, thank you, Mr. Snowdriven, for joining us. It was lovely having you on here.
thank you,
Oh,
Snow.
thank you for having me.
And Merc, as always, thank you very much for joining us. And I'll see you next week, Merc. You like to close the
You as
show,
well,
so go
Cloud.
ahead.
Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to smack the like button with your guys' controller, mouse, or keyboard, or if you play that Minecraft Pocket Edition with your little handheld device. Please be sure to check out these wonderful people down in the description below. That's about it for today, guys. As always, live the slowest, as slow as you can, because life is too fast, and dream fast. See ya.